What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights on the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm and do not forget to subscribe. Hey, check the links in the description section of this video. I got some free resources down there, stocks and crypto, for those of y'all just getting started in y'all investing journey. So overall, crypto market is being hit right now. You know, nothing we can do about that. We're going to take a look at the top prices. Then we're going to go inside the SHIB army community and look at a few of the top discussion pieces going on. And, you know, we'll talk about that. So shout out to y'all for pulling up. Those that always pull up straight notification gang style, man. Also, drop a comment. I want to know who's first to comment on this video. Now, looking at the overall market, I've been showing y'all this number here, the global crypto market cap, because that's an important figure to follow, because that lets us know overall, you know, how the health of the crypto space is doing. We seen this overall number at 1.03 trillion just a few days ago, even higher at some points in the day when things were absolutely pumping. So we can just look at this number basically daily to tell how much money came off the top or has been taken out of the crypto markets in the last 24 hours. So we can see overall, the overall crypto markets are down 2.2% right now, down to $993 billion. So what does that tell us? A little over $7 billion has came out of the crypto markets in the last 24 hours. So, you know, why is that? We know that yesterday was the first of the month. A lot of people taking money for bills, to pay for expenses, you know, to pay employees, you know, to take care of different things they may need to take care of. Now, looking at this from an investor standpoint, we may get some opportunities in the market where we may see some of our favorite assets down at a discount. Because remember, for long-term investors, we're looking for discounts in the market to take advantage of those, to basically get like a wholesale price on the cryptocurrency, and then, you know, let the price rise and be able to secure some profits if that's what you want to do. So top 3 trending coins right now: Dogecoin, Coin98, and GalX. So let's take a look right now. We got Bitcoin still holding 20,000. You know, that's okay. I definitely think we could have possibly seen a bottom in, but it's just so hard to tell, because every time we get a new Fed meeting with the Federal Reserve chairman, he always tells us, you know, things can possibly get worse. And every time, and speaking of that, that's another reason why the markets are seeing a pullback. He talked about that in today's meeting, saying basically we had in his prior speeches, he told us we can possibly come in at a soft landing, meaning that, you know, they can fight inflation, bring everything down at a healthy rate where, you know, we can basically bottom out softly. Right now, he's taking that off the table. He's saying it's a slim chance that, you know, things have a soft landing. So what does that tell, you know, investors or people in the market? That things could possibly get a little worse. That sends some fear into the markets. People start to sell off some of those assets. So when we got people taking profits for, or taking, you know, money out of the markets to pay bills, expenses, pay employees, and then we got, you know, fear of the markets pulling back. People trying to, you know, basically not lose any further than they're already seeing. So they might take some crypto assets off the table and put it into cash, and, you know, possibly try to wait for a lower price before they buy back in. You know, that's just the case with some investors, not all though. But Ethereum 1520 down 3.7% on the day. We got BNB at 320 down 1.5% on the day right now. One of my favorites, XRP, another one of the favorites, 45 cent right now, down 2.8%. Doge at 12 cent, down 10.9% for the day. So this is definitely, you know, a level where you want to set those sights. You know, at 10% discount or more, I'm determining, do I want to, you know, potentially grab some of this asset, especially if it's something that I already hold and I'm interested in building my position. Now, 15% is where I'm really looking at it as a steal. Like, okay, we might, you know, need to pull the trigger on this. Now, of course, it can always go back further, but just giving you all that idea, because once you see something down 10-15% in a day, not, you know, this is nothing scientific to this, but a lot of times we can see, you know, smart money step in at those points and push the price back up to normal levels. And then when those normal levels are hit, the FOMO chasers, or the people that chase the candles once they, you know, think things are better, those people buy in and push the price even further. And now you have the opportunity to take profits off of that. Now, remember, crypto is, you know, when one person is gaining money, somebody else is losing money. You know, you got to keep that. Well, I'll say when you're taking it off the table. when you take money off the table, somebody else's money is going down. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Now, the average investor doesn't care about, your investment going down or up. They're here to do what they have to do to take care of their family. So you want to keep that in mind as well. But just know that that's what's taking place. So, in a bear market, my point is, you might want to get some profits off the table. If you see some of those gains, you might want to take advantage of some low prices on solid assets, because it may be a while before we see, that bull market really, really return. Now, a while could be, 2023. It could be by the end of the year, but I just want y'all to have more options. So that way you're not just feeling only pain. You get to at least have the option to see some profits as well. Like those who've been buying SHIB, like I told y'all, once it dipped under that 9 level, where we just seen it go to, the last few days, people are up 30-40% from that point. So keep that in mind as well. But let's take a look at Cardano, 38 cent, down 3.8% for the day. We see the overall market is being hit. When we see everything getting hit like this, we know it's not just specifically to us. It isn't just Shiba Inu being affected. So, don't take it personal, I should say. Solana down to $30.82, down 4.5% for the day. We got Polygon Matic at 87 cents, down 0.6% for the day. So holding strong, but also Polygon didn't receive much of that pump that we've seen with a lot of these other assets throughout the week. Like if we take a look at SHIB, still up 9% for the week. Take a look at Doge, still up 76% for the week. Take a look at BNB, still up 10% for the week. So Bitcoin and Ethereum giving some of those gains back for the week, but that's fine. A lot of people took some profits off the top. A lot of people were held underwater for a while, so you can't blame them. But let's do a little technical analysis, see where we're trading at, see where our VWAP is. This is our volume weighted average price. This lets us know, is the market in that uptrend or is it in a downtrend? So right now we're going to remove the upper and lower bands from the VWAP. So right now we can see the price is trading under the VWAP. When we see this, we know that it's in a downtrend. Also, let's take a look at our moving average. We'll take a look at that 200-day moving average, because that's a really, really strong support level. So let's see. Okay, so the price is, we were holding, even though we were in a downtrend under the VWAP, we were holding above the 200-day moving average still, but we officially broke underneath it, and right now we are trading underneath it. So this is a bear sign, to most investors. So just eyeballing it, we want to look at some of these lower support levels. We can see we found support here, we found support here, we found support around this area here. And then we look at some of those resistance areas. We got a little resistance here, a little here, a little here. We know our previous resistance areas could become new supports. So we can just, eyeball in the chart. We can see we've seen some type of resistance in this area. So, or we can look at some of these other support areas and, determine it may be likely to find support where it usually finds support and goes back up. We're in that range now where it finds support and goes back up. So we really want to watch it closely. But if we see it break down and fall between this level, we know likely we're able to find support where the previous resistance areas are. So also I want y'all to remember, last time we seen prices do something like this, Doge really have that 100% plus run in a day or two like that, or, SHIB pumping the way it was 40-50% in a day. I won't say just the last time, but a very close period it resembles is the little hiccup or the little breakout that we seen before things went absolutely crazy. Remember when I told y'all that story of, if I would have held Doge 60 days further, it would have been an extra $250,000 on top of what I took for profit. So this is reminding me of those times, the way the price is acting, the way the markets are talking, because it wasn't a let me show y'all something. Let's see. I want to show y'all this cycle. Okay, so this is what I want to show y'all. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's something called the greed by highest level. Okay, so it's basically a chart showing us, investor, sentiment or investor, feeling towards the markets at certain areas. So let's look at the cycle of market emotions. Okay, hopefully they don't make us try to sign up or create an account. I hate when they do that. Just let us see, man. Okay, so here we are. Hopefully, I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so here we have in the markets, we get that level. So my mouse isn't okay. My mouse isn't showing, but I'm pointing at the left side over here of this squiggly line we see. I'm on the left side of it where it says enthusiasm. Let me zoom in a little closer so y'all can see it even better. Maybe out one. Okay, there we go. So I'm on the left side where we see optimism, enthusiasm, exuberance, euphoria, anxiety, denial, fear, despair, panic, capitulation, discouragement, dismay, hope, relief, and optimism. So this is showing us a sign of how the cycle of emotions that everyone goes through. And I, think we're in an interesting time right here. So let's go over this first. So here's the scale. It starts with, I'm very pleased with my investment. And then the scale starts to move over from quotes saying it's only a temporary downturn. I'm in it for the long run. Also, the market is not going in my favor, and repeat until broke. So here we go. So the first, cycle of emotion, people are happy, normally with their investments. And then especially as they see it go up, they start to gain enthusiasm about the investment. As it goes up even more, they start to, feel that a sense of exuberance. And even after that point, once it continues to go up, they hit a level of euphoria. After the euphoria stage, here's the highest level of financial risk. When your investment is at that point where you're absolutely mind blown and you can't believe it, that's a sign that, we can be, that cycle can be starting to turn. So then after that, it doesn't continue to go up. It kind of stays stagnant. Then some anxiety sets in, and then it pulls down a little bit. And now in this area, so the exuberance, euphoria, anxiety, and denial stage are the highest level of financial risk. So now we're in that denial stage of, it's not going to go down. Here's a quote right there. It's only a temporary downturn. I'm in it for the long term. So that's what some investors say. They see it pull back a little bit it's fine. But once they see it pull back even more, that's when things start to get, they start to get nervous. So after the denial phase, they see it pull back even more. That's when they start thinking like, hey, I could have possibly took some profits on that. I should have locked in some of those gains. And, fear starts to set in. Now, as the price pulls back even further to at or below levels of where they initially invested in, there goes the despair starting to set in. That feeling of regret, like I should have sold everything. And then we get even lower. Here comes capitulation. Now we get the quote of the market is not going in my favor. So remember over here, I am very pleased with my investment, to it's only temporary downturn. I'm in it for the long term, to the market is not going in my favor. Then after capitulation, we get discouragement. So here's the best time for investing. Catch this. Highest level of financial risk is up here. When you see people exuberant, when you see the euphoria in the market, when you see people anxious about everything, when you see people in denial, those are the highest levels of financial risk. When you start seeing the market move into these areas of capitulation, discouragement, dismay, and hope, those are the best time for investing. So now let's keep going with this. So discouragement, as it goes down even further, as it bottoms out, that's technically the best area to get in. It's kind of, sometimes it can be hard to see that though, but you see here we get another follow-up month at that same level. You notice all these other months kind of, and it's not saying it will be it's not month by month, but period by period or stage by stage. Once we get one of those stages that kind of match up with the next one, we know that it's a sign that things are likely starting to or at a good level to be getting in, or things are likely to turn around. So then we get that level of dismay where completely upset, completely over investing, probably talking bad about the markets. Some people at this level may feel it's a scam, or it just isn't for them, whatever thoughts may come to mind. But then we move to this hope level where, things start to pick up from that bottom. And then after the hope level, we see, it move up a little bit more. People get closer back to their original levels of emotion where they originally invested, and we start to see some relief, and then we're back at that optimism stage. So notice how we are back right at the optimism stage where this cycle will basically continue all over again and again and again. So looking at the current markets, my point with showing y'all this, is to try to identify where we are now. So I think we already hit that capitulation point, discouragement. We seen some dismay in the markets. We seen, some cryptocurrencies crash. We seen some exchanges go bankrupt. We seen complete dismay in the markets. Now I think, we're kind of around that hope stage where things are kind of bottoming out. People are, hoping that was the roughest point of it, and it could not be. Things could pull back a little further, but the point is that this is to be able to recognize what stage we are in this cycle, because after this stage comes the relief and optimism. And granted, you can see basically looking at this line chart that the price, this isn't a price chart, but technically, the investments will go up as the sentiment goes up. So keep that in mind as well. Now, let's take a look at a couple other indicators. So we're below the VWAP. We are below the 200-day moving average, which is a very, very key support level in the markets. We got a support level here at 1155 roughly, and we got another one at that 1117 range. So those are two key areas y'all should wait for if you decide on buying more. And it's not financial advice. You can do whatever you want, because right now we're down 8.5%. We could see a nice gain tomorrow where that would, put you up basically 9-10% if you were to get in at this level, and it didn't move down further, and it only went up. But these are the areas I'm watching for that the chart is pointing out to us. This level of support here and around this level of resistance here that we've seen. So keep those areas in mind. Also, let's take a look at, so we looked at those two indicators. Now we can use, now let's look at RSI, Relative Strength Index. So we can see that's, ooh, y'all, this is down to a 37, y'all. It's down to a 37. Shiba Inu is oversold right now, y'all. I mean, where we are right on that 200-day moving average, which is a key sign to step in for serious investors. So, it really depends on the overall market conditions. Right now, we got heavy things weighing on us with, interest rates and whatnot, possible, moving into the recession, job loss, war, supply chain shortages, and housing market. A lot of things going on right now that's holding us down. But we know that eventually you can only hold something down for so long before it explodes. It's like shaking up a can. Once you eventually open that can of soda, it'll explode if you shook it too much and you didn't let that pressure release. So this is a good opportunity right here, y'all. Of course, it could pull back slightly really quick, try to shake some people out again, but I think this is a good area to buy in. It is oversold. Also, let's look at our Bollinger Band. Let's see if that Bollinger Band adds up too. Look, and we're trading along the lower Bollinger Band. We got several indicators telling us right now is a good buy. RSI very low, near that 35 level. We're trading basically right off a key support level that we seen previously in the chart that was pointed out to us a few times. Also, we're trading right around that lower Bollinger Band, which means we're getting a good price for it if you did decide to get in right now. What else did we look at? The price was, we are in a downtrend, but it's better to buy in a downtrend than technically to buy it while it's in an uptrend, because you get more momentum on to the upside. So it's looking good right now. Let's take a look at a few things in the SHIB community before we get out of here. Of course, some people could be confused, but I just tried to show y'all that cycle of emotion so that way y'all can understand where we are. So let's see. We're looking for the most responses. So 175 likes here. SHIB doing things it has never done before. So let's take a look. From a technical analysis viewpoint, our token is looking better than Doge is. Aside from the insane beginning of SHIB where a handful of people got very lucky, the fundamentals are now yet the best they've ever been. Good buyer support, and for the first time in project's history, we were sitting above 200-day moving average. Unless we get extreme hawkish news from the Fed, expect we will see 1700 to 1800 levels this week. I know that many are cynical regarding TA, but we probably have the best looking chart in crypto at the moment. Let's revisit this post in a week. So, he's obviously bullish. I believe he might have wrote this before. So yeah, one day ago before we had that meeting come in, the meeting did come in with basically hawkish news. It wasn't super, hawkish, but it wasn't good news the way he gave it to us. So that did pull the markets back a little bit. Someone here says we cracked. Let me see. Shiba Inu is on the rise this week. The price of Shiba Inu has risen by 26% in the past 7 days. The price increased by 4.4% in the last 24 hours. In just the past hour, the price grew by 0.65%. The current price is at that 13 level. Shiba Inu is 59.9% below the all-time high of that 33. Okay, so this is in a different country, so I'm not sure what their how their number reflects this all-time high price. But also, we got news that the official exclusive Shiba Eternity Players Guide will be released November 2nd. That's Dia de los Muertos. This massive 1,000+ page booklet details Shib's CCG game, original lore, and incredible art. So stay tuned, Sheep Army. So basically, they released like an instruction manual on the game, teaching you all the cards, all the secrets behind it, basically the strategy book behind it for those that want to take the game, to the ultimate level. So it's important to have that for serious projects. Also, we know 5% of the profits from this game goes towards burning Shiba Inu. So we're excited about that as well. And another portion of the profits go towards building the ecosystem out. So let's see what else we got here. Let me know what y'all think. How are y'all feeling about SHIB right now at the moment? Do you feel we're in that time period, like that hope stage where, right before things, become optimistic again? But we got Elon. We all know that he purchased Twitter. Now the owner of Tesla, I'm not sure if he's CEO, but he's the owner of Tesla. He has purchased Twitter. So this is very, very bullish news for the crypto space. You can see he has Doge or Shiba Inu dog in the Twitter t-shirt next to a pumpkin. So we can expect to see lots of Shiba Inu over the next few years, So I don't believe it has even got started yet. It took Doge a while to really do what it was able to do. I think SHIB is possibly a top 5 coin. We already got very, very close to that level. We overtook Doge before. I just think it's a matter of time and, community support before we do it again. But that's pretty much all we got for this video. We're going to wrap that one up. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram at DecemberDeMarco. We got 3 courses available. I created 3 courses for my channel members, my people that are ready to take things to the next level. I got my stock options trading course teaching you how to invest in stocks Monday through Friday. You can make money betting if the stock market will go up or if it'll go down. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. I got a discount going on right now for my subscribers. Also, I got my crypto one-on-one course available, which will give you a well-rounded understanding of cryptocurrency investing from like that beginner to intermediate level. And then we got the technical analysis course, which will teach you how to interpret the data on the charts, how to use the software, how to understand the indicators, how to pair them all together, and how to become a better informed investor. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, and we are out.